What is up, guys? We have the Sunseeker V3 robotic lawnmower here, and this is a great value, low priced robotic lawnmower. Now, before I get into what makes this robotic lawnmower a great choice, I'm going to tell you the main features that make it a very good choice. First off, it does not need an RTK signal. Yes, this does not need an antenna that you stake into the ground, and it doesn't need a GPS signal to route it around your lawn. Instead, it uses a dual camera system, which I'll talk later on. So no RTK signal needed at all for this. Awesome. Another great feature about this V3 here is the fact that there is no need for perimeter wiring. Yes, in the past, you'd have to take wire and run it along the edge of your lawn just so that it knows the boundary for these robotic lawnmowers to not go past. The Sunseeker V3 here doesn't need boundary wire to some extent. In general, you do not need a boundary wire setup for the V3 here. Now finally, the best feature about the Sunseeker right here, this V3, is the fact that for the price of this V3 here, you get a ton of features. And again, you don't need the RTK signal and you don't need boundary wire. It is very well priced. So let's talk about the Sunseeker V3 here and what makes it such a good choice. First off, in the box, you will get the Sunseeker right here. Let me pull it off this station here, just like that, and show you. It's got a really cool sporty design to it. I'll flip it around here and show you this little cool setup right here. This is sort of a camera system. It looks like it's got eyes. It's got sort of a Johnny 5 look to it. I don't know if you get that reference, if I'm that old. But it's also got this little wiper blade here as well that will activate when it's wet or foggy, so that's neat. On the back here, you can see it's got these big wheels to move it along the lawn. Flip this upside down here to show you. It's got this wheel to guide it around the front of it as well. It free spins. You've got the mowing blade over here, and this has a width of about 8 inches. Having a bigger mowing width means that it's able to cut more at one time. You see the razors here, nice and sharp. It does have a battery pack over here that can be removed and replaced as well, which is really neat. Easy access here. A lot of these lawnmowers will not have this easy of an access point. Flip this back around here and show you right back here. This is your control panel. You have your emergency stop right here. Open this up and let me show you this right here. This is your control panel. You have your power button. This is your start button, your home button, and your OK button. Anytime you choose one of these settings, you always have to hit OK. It's got a nice little display screen right here that shows you the battery percentage as well, so that's great. Right over here, you have your cutting height adjustment. You have to physically use this to adjust your height of your blade. I have it at 5 right now, but it goes from 1.6 inches all the way up to about 3.2 inches. Every number that you go up goes about 0.2 inches. So at number 1 starts at 1.6, number 2, 1.8, number 3, 2.0, and so on all the way up to number 9, which is 3.2 inches. I like mine's at about 5 for my yard here. Now what's great about this system right here is the fact that because of the control panels right here, all you really need to do is to start it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and push the start button and hit OK. Hit that start and OK. And there you go. It's powered on and it's turned on and it's going around. It's going to do its thing. This is what they call the ready go system. Now the Sunseeker V3 doesn't use a mapping system. This means that it will move in a random pattern along your lawn here. So that ready go system is really great in that the moment you push that button to turn it on, it'll just start mowing your lawn. It's much more efficient that way. You can turn it on like I did just right then on the physical lawnmower itself, but you can also use the online app. As you can see, I've got my dog right here. He runs around freely on this lawn here, and that's something I do want to talk about. This is very friendly with pets. It's got a really great obstacle avoidance system. It can recognize over 160 objects, humans, toys, whatever it is that's lying in your lawn, including your pets, your dogs, your cats, whatever it is. That's really great because it basically can see and avoid those objects, but also to get around them. Now, in my opinion, the Sunseeker V3 is best for lawns that are sort of fenced in or have a very distinct border. What does that mean? If you can see right here, I have a fenced yard. I have a border all along the lawn here. Even without the fence, if you took away all the fence, you can see that the green, the lawn itself, has an outline. And that's where this will shine. That's where it works the best, and that's where you don't need that boundary wire. But it's not to say that you cannot use this mower if you do not have a fence or a border. In the box, you will get boundary wire. Yes, magnetic wiring that you can place in between whatever it is you don't want the Sunseeker to go through. Basically, it's a no-go zone type of wire. So if you have a flower bed that you don't want the Sunseeker to get into, you can place it around the flower bed. If you share a lawn with your neighbor and you don't want it to go into your neighbor's lawn, you can place that magnetic strip along the border there and it won't go across that lawn. So keep that in mind. Although it does not need perimeter wiring, you have the option to use it just in case. Now, another really cool thing about the Sunseeker is that it uses what they call a floating cut system. So when you choose the height of the mower as it cuts along your lawn, great. But you can tell that I've got different sort of angles, different slopes in my lawn here. As I go further back, it gets lower here. If I go back over here, I have concrete back here and it's raised up higher. That floating cut system works in the fact that when it reaches a different level, a different surface, a different height, the blade will adjust so that you get a more even cut. This gives it a much more cleaner look. Now, one thing in addition to that you should know, I'm standing back here. This is very steep for me. The Sunseeker can handle slopes up to about 22 degrees, which is pretty good. This means that it can go up and down up to 22 degrees. Now, keep in mind, this also means that if you have any bumps or any sort of indentations in your lawn, there's a maximum height of about 22 degrees. Now, as we pass this by here, I want to talk about this docking station right over here. In the box, you do get this docking station here. To install this is very simple. You've got these little garden stakes that you basically hammer into the lawn and it just stays in place. When you install this docking station, you want to pay attention to where you're placing it. Basically, they tell you that you want to have at least 6 feet in front of you, straight in front of you. You can place this on the border of your lawn like I do have it right here, but you want to place it where the terminal is at the top facing downwards. Now, the reason why you want to place it in this sort of orientation is because when the Sunseeker moves back to the docking station at the end of its cycle, it's going to run counterclockwise along the border. Basically, it's going to run along my border like so, counterclockwise here, all along the back, all the way back here to the docking station right here, and it docks itself and charges it right there. So make sure you place it counterclockwise so that the lawnmower itself can dock itself. So the Sunseeker V3 here doesn't use an RTK signal. I mentioned that earlier. Instead, it uses that dual camera binocular camera system, and that's really neat. Basically, it uses what they call V-SLAM navigation technology. Now, what V-SLAM technology is basically it's where the robot knows that it's going to be placed in a zone that doesn't have a boundary to start with. It knows to map that zone and it knows to place itself within that zone to stay within that zone. Now, as the Sunseeker gets close to me right here, you can see that it stops. That obstacle avoidance system works really well with that camera system. Anytime I move around, anytime there's a pet of some sort, I'll stand right here. It'll stop and go around. This is a really great obstacle avoidance system, that binocular camera system, that V-SLAM technology. Now, in conjunction with that V-SLAM, it does use AI algorithms, and that's how it really does know and see objects in the lawn. Now, another really great feature about this V3 here is the fact that it does the lawn really well. On the inside, as it moves in a random pattern. Remember, it doesn't have a preset path. It just uses the camera system and it moves around and it cuts the lawn. It does a really great job on the inside of the lawn. It also does a good job on the edges. Yes, on the edges of your lawn. But like every single robotic lawnmower, the Sunseeker V3 is not perfect. This means that it'll do a majority of the work. Yes, it'll mow the inside of the lawn pretty well, but you will still have to take your string trimmer and go along and edge the lawn yourself in certain spots. It does have that edge cutting technology, but it's not going to be perfect because no lawn has a perfect situation. In order for that edge trimming to really work, it has to have a border like this right down here, where you have a concrete flat surface for it to go over. Now, as you can see, along the fence over here, along the fence back here, over there, and this corner here, I don't have that boundary set up. So I'm not going to get the perfect edge from the lawnmower itself. So it'll do a great job on a majority of the lawn, but you will still have to come out here with your string trimmer and edge the lawn itself. Still saves you a bunch of time. Now, another thing I want to talk about, this is that magnetic strip for creating boundaries, for creating no-go zones. Yes, but this right here, these are magnetic tags. Yes, you see that? It's magnetic. So the importance of these is basically if you have multiple zones. If you have multiple lawns, yes. Now, as you can see right over here, I've got two lawns here. I've got a bigger one over here and a smaller one over here. If you have multiple lawns, what you will have to do is use these tags here. In the box, you will get one set or two plates here. You can have a maximum of 3 zones or 3 lawns for one Sunseeker, so keep that in mind. Now, in the box, you get one set, so if you have a third zone, you have to purchase these separately, another set. And the way you use this is pretty simple. Basically, you're going to go in between your 2 zones. I've got one lawn here and one lawn here. What you want to do is pay attention to the arrows here. I'm going to place one of these, say, right over here, with the arrow pointing this direction, crossing the border. This one here, I'll place with the arrow pointing that direction, crossing the border over here. And right here, I've created a pathway for it to cross from here to here. What you want to do is take those stakes, and then you'll go ahead and just stake these into the grass, the lawn itself on both sides, so that it stays on the lawn. You have to do this if you want to mow multiple zones, multiple lawns, so keep that in mind. I wish it was simpler, I wish it was easier, but in this case, being that it is a value type of robotic lawnmower, it's not that hard to do, and it's not that bad. So we have the Sunseeker app right here. I have the V3 already added. If you hit details, it'll bring you into the app. It's idle right now, so I have it paused. You can see it's connected to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on the top right corner with a 91% current battery. At the bottom left on your work log will show you basically the times it ran and what it did, so that's neat. The schedule button right here, you can set it to run as many times as you want throughout the week, so that's great, very simple. The sort of icon right here on the right with the scissors, that is your edge trimming button. It focuses just on the edge, so that's neat. It has a setting for that. The top of that, you see a little controller, that's for your remote control feature, and the remote control feature is really nice because if you have sort of missed spots, you notice a patch of your lawn is taller than the rest, you can actually turn on the blades right here and run it around, go any direction, and cut it yourself like a little RC car, so that's neat. Nice option there. Now, to get into your main settings, you hit the top right corner into your settings, and you can see your settings over here. You have your distance to set for the edge as close as you want it. I usually set mine to the very closest it can get. The rain delay feature right here to turn it on, and then you have your right on edge so that it goes pretty much on the edge where the concrete is, the border is along your lawn, so that's really neat. One more thing I want to show you is that this does support firmware updates right over here. So if anything gets changed later on, they add anything or take something away, it will automatically update for you there, so that's really neat. Overall, very simple and easy to use app. Okay guys, so I just hit the return button on the Sunseeker here. Now it's going to go back to the docking station. If you take a look over there, that's where my docking station is. Now, this is why I mentioned earlier that you have to place it in an area where it's counterclockwise as it moves along the lawn, and the terminal itself on the docking station is at the top. I'm over here. The Sunseeker is all the way over here. Now let's watch it move along the lawn edge back to the docking station. Now it's positioning itself right now. It's kind of going the opposite direction, but watch what happens. You see it spinning around? It's going to move counterclockwise from the docking station. All right, so it found the edge border of my lawn here. And again, it'll move in a counterclockwise position back to the docking station. Okay guys, so the V3 now is almost at the dock right now. This is why it has to be placed in this direction with the terminals facing up, so that it's able to just climb right onto the dock. So make sure you have that placement there. And there you go. Docks just like that. Super easy. Okay guys, so I moved the docking station to see if I can put it in different places, and I'm really glad I did because I just found something out that is totally cool. Now, let me go ahead and take this out here. You can see inside, that's the docking station. Now, I'll pick this up just like this and follow me. You can see I'm actually walking to a different lawn here. One of the things I found out about this Sunseeker right here is the fact that you can pretty much take it to any sort of zone, any sort of lawn, even though you haven't mapped it. Remember, this does not require mapping. So this means that you can take it. I'm literally walking about probably 30, 40 feet over here to this side of the lawn right here. I'm going to go ahead and open up this fence right here to this separate yard over here. Now you can see over here, I have a whole nother lawn over here that I haven't mapped. Basically, this Sunseeker doesn't require mapping, so you can use this as a drop and go type of lawnmower, which I did not know you could do. Basically, I'll put it down anywhere inside the lawn right here. Open this up, turn it on with that power button, hold it for about 2 seconds, it'll turn on. You see that? Let it load. Now, you have to enter your PIN. Now that the PIN is put in, it says idle. From here, all you have to do is hit start and OK. And you do that one more time. And there you go. Now it is moving. Now it is mowing the lawn over here that I haven't mapped, that I don't have a base station. If you take a look all around here, my base station isn't here. Remember, I have it about 40 feet away in my other yard. This is pretty awesome. This means that if you don't want to use your docking station or charging station, you don't have a place to place it on your lawn, all you really have to do is use it as a charger. Yes, once you fully charge your V3 here and bring it to the lawn, the yard that you want to use it in, it just turns on just like this and it goes. Now, I do want to mention that how this works is basically it'll run until the battery gets low, and then it'll try and find the docking station. Now, how does that work? Well, because I don't have the docking station here, what it will do is it'll keep going along the outline of the lawn here, just going all around the edge like it normally does when it wants to get back to the docking station, to the point where eventually you'll get the error message and it will run out of battery. From there, what you'll do is you go ahead and take it out. I'm going to stop it right here. I'm just going to take it out and then bring it back to the base station. Now, I'm all the way back over to the base station here, and what we'll do is we'll just place it on the docking station for it to charge. Just like that. You can see back there, that green blinking light means that it is charging. Awesome. Use it as a drop and go type of mower here. So you guys can see that the Sunseeker V3 here works really well. If you're in the market for a robotic lawnmower, maybe you're just starting out, you're looking for a well-priced lawnmower, this is a really great value. You get a number of features that do not require RTK signal, that you have the option of whether or not you need to use perimeter wiring, yes, and in general, it just works really well. Then this Sunseeker V3 is a really great choice. Definitely a robotic lawnmower here. I recommend.
We hope this review helps.